There are a few different words used to describe dairy cattle. For instance, since these ladies are about 6 months old, they're considered heifers. In fact, a cow is only called a cow after she has her first baby and enters the milking parlor. Confused? We visited a Carroll County dairy farm to sort things out. All mammals produce milk, but none quite so generously as dairy cows. During 2016 alone, the average dairy cow in the U.S. produced more than 2,600 gallons. That's a lot of bowls of cereal. But before these ladies can enter the milking parlor, they first have to give birth. And as for the calves, if female, they'll one day go into the family business.
I like the calves because they're little babies that you're raising up to be milk cows one day, and you're watching them grow. You watch them being born most of the time, and you just watch each phase of their life step by step, and you're there for all of it.
Here in Westminster, Carroll County farmers Crystal and Gary Dell operate Maryland Delight Dairy, caring for 170 head of cattle, only about half of which are actually milked. The rest are either too young, too pregnant, or too male. For the younger ladies, the path from birth to milking parlor takes about 2 years, and they won't officially become cows until they give birth and start producing milk. Until then, they're known as calves, or heifers, depending on their age.
When they're born, they stay with their mom for the first 24 hours, and then they are moved out into the individual calf hutches.
New to the hutches today is the outgoing Cola.
She's 2 days old, and we're just moving her out to the hutch where she's going to live till she's about 8 to 10 weeks old. That way we can monitor their feed intake, their milk intake.
For the first 10 weeks, the calves get 2 square meals a day of milk, delivered by fellow farm kid Gabe.
I love growing up here. It's all fun.
Today, Gabe is weaning a 3-day-old calf off the bottle and onto the bucket.
She's not really experienced with a bucket. She's used to the bottle. But if I keep my hand in there and she sucks on it, she'll taste the milk through it, and she'll start to drink.
Around the same age, Crystal begins slowly introducing pelletized grain into the calves' diet. The first baby step towards helping their developing stomachs learn to process grown-up food like grass and hay. After 10 weeks, it's time to move on from the hutches and into pens of 2 or 3 animals.
We transition them from 1 calf in a hutch to 2 or 3 in a pen, so they learn to compete a little bit for their food.
But after a month of learning to share and compete, these growing girls finally graduate to the general population, where they'll remain until they transition from calves to heifers, which is a little like becoming a teenager.
She's starting to cycle. She's showing signs of heat, which that means that at any time you can breed her, but usually we wait till they're about 12 months, so she's a good size to have the calf all by herself.
When the time comes to take the final step towards adulthood, Crystal calls for the breeder.
99% of our milking herd is artificially inseminated. When you go to inseminate a cow, you look at the cow and you look at your book of bulls, and you want to make the calf better than the mom, trying to make more milk, a cow that lasts a whole lot longer.
Okay.
None of the cows being bred today are first-time moms.
This is Tinkerbell. We're hoping Tinkerbell gets pregnant with baby number 10.
But the process is the same. 9 months after being bred, give or take, the heifers give birth in the maternity pen and officially become cows.
When she has her baby, she's a cow.
And 24 hours after her newborn takes its first steps, the first-time mom takes her first steps into the milking parlor, finally doing what she was raised to do. On the opposite end of the spectrum from the calves is a retired cow named Ashanti. At 15 years old, she's the oldest on the farm by far. And the oldest dairy cow on record was 48 years old. The Irish cow named Big Bertha also managed to raise $75,000 for cancer research during her lifetime.
Stream anytime, anywhere with the free PBS app.